When I get ideas and I make things, especially things that I use to work with energy. I made this special place 4 years ago, the first Arcturian Star Lodge. I've kept the frame of it. There's a lot of herbs and medicines growing in it, like mullein, thistle, goldenrod, lots of wonderful plants. So I leave the old frame there, but it has developed into a new structure. It's a 9-sided structure. I just use plastic tarps to keep the heat in and keep the rain out. But it's a developing structure. It's a place where I go to meditate. It's a place where I go to work with energies. It's a place where people join me. If it speaks to you, it may be something you want to consider. Reaching out to me and arranging a time to go in the Arcturian Star Lodge. This lodge is very connected to spider energy. Sometimes you can see webs by the door when the light is just right. There's a spider design inside the lodge. And it's always growing. It's always changing. This is the point I'd like to get through, to stress that nothing is forever. Everything transitions. Everything starts as an idea at a higher energy frequency, and through process, the vibrations are lowered, slowed down, allowing manifestation in this realm. So the Arcturian Star Lodge has been a journey, and it continues to grow. As we work with the energies, more information comes to us, and we incorporate that into the design. I'm spending some time and adjusting some energies, moving some stones around. I like stone energy. The stones that I'm going to use were out on the lawn in the shape of the Big Dipper, the constellation of the Big Dipper. And if you had followed the stones off the handle, the Arcturian Star Lodge was just off the handle. And that's where the planet Arcturus is too, off the handle of the constellation of the Big Dipper. If you look up in the night sky, you can see it. But what I've done is the door of the Arcturian Star Lodge faces east. And these are the stones I've laid out over the years, again facing east. You know, and a funny observation is that's where the sun used to come up, but now the sun seems to be coming up farther to the north. But I have still kept the door of the Star Lodge facing east. However, I did move my fire source, my wood stove that I use for heat and what I use for fire ceremonies. The wood stove faces almost north. So it's a different direction, a different energy. So I listen to my inner voice very much. And if I get information about change, I'm not afraid to try. That's a very important message for us all. Don't be afraid to try new things. Take that first step. Speaking of trying new things, this has been on my mind for quite a while now. This is an old piece of a telephone pole that was given to me years ago. And I put it up and I put an old plastic tabletop on it because I was going to use it, hopefully, for a vulture feeding station where the vultures could come and feed and maybe even nest. But I think it's too close to my home and it never did happen. But I'm getting the desire to take it down and incorporate it into the Arcturian Star Lodge. I've had some visions coming to me, the number 3 and some ancient faces. So we'll have to see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and start taking this down and see where it takes me.